Greeting, folks. This is Andy Blackwood. The third part of my book, Noctulius, will be addressing a subject more complex than the previous ones, which could be described as the very heart of the doctrine taught by the god of the night. Some before has given it the name DRAUMRUNA, which could be translated from Old Norse as mystery of the dream. This is the purest form of magic, one that considers reality as entirely malleable, subjected to the adept's will in order to reshape it according to its own criteria. This form of magic requires neither rituals, equipment, nor altar, nor consecrated place. The result, rituals are generally more controlled, and the adepts I know who mastered it tend to lead for more stable and disciplined life. However, its practice demands a complete reprogramming of the adept's perception of reality, enabling them to act upon it. To achieve this, it is necessary to deconstruct notions that may seem logical, rational, and even innate. These notions, no matter how evident they appear to the average person, are nevertheless being questioned by numerous new scientific perspectives. Thus, in my grimoire, Noctulius, I will undertake the task of merging the vampiric teachings of Noctulius with occult writings from various civilizations and religions, by cross-referencing them with scientific discoveries and experiments. It will therefore be essential to first understand each of these concepts intellectually, and then to experiment them, ultimately combining them into a unified way of perceiving existence. A certain number of scientific and philosophers' theories converge on the idea that reality is nothing more than a collective illusion. One of the most famous modern interpretation is the simulation hypothesis formulated by philosopher Nick Bronson. According to this theory, it is possible that our universe is simply a highly advanced computer simulation, designed by a technologically superior civilization. This concept, often discussed in fields such as theoretical physics and artificial intelligence, challenges the very nature of our existence and perception of reality. Beyond modern science, this idea resonates with ancient spiritual and philosophical traditions. For instance, in Indian metaphysics, the concept of Maya describes the material world as an illusion, a veil that conceals the true divine nature of reality. Gnosticism, on the other hand, offers the vision in which the physical world is a deceitful illusion, creation by a demiurge, an imperfect and malevolent being who imprisons soul in a false reality. In Buddhism, the universe is often compared to an ephemeral dream, and spiritual dark enlightenment is seen as the ability to see beyond this illusion. These various traditions, despite their differences, share a fundamental question. Is reality, as we perceive it, truly real, or is it merely an illusion? Human beings, in this perspective, are like dreamers, trapped in a state of sleep, believing they inhabit a perfectly tangible world that they passively experience, unaware that they are surrounded by a notion of collective thoughts. DRAUMRUNA is not a poetic ornament, nor a symbolic metaphor. It is a complete magical system transmitted by our dark patron, the Dark God, that uses a dream state as a temple. In this current, the mind ceases to be a prison of thoughts and becomes the altar of sorcery. The dream, often dismissed as illusion, revealed itself as a primordial canvas of reality. What we call reality is only one layer of the dream. To master DRAUMRUNA is to awaken as a dreamer, architect of the universe, woven of visions. The first step of DRAUMRUNA is achieving lucidity. The adept will remain awake within his dreams, to recognize that he crosses the threshold of sleep, and sustain consciousness beyond the dissolution of physical senses. At first, this is achieved through exercises of focus and retention, practices that prevent the dissipation of energy during daily life. Gradually, the vampire trains his awareness until he can firmly, in the dream world, no longer a passive spectator, but a sovereign presence. Once lucidity is attained, the adept begins the true works, the shaping of the dream into reality. In the dream, thought is low, every symbol is alive, every world becomes flesh. By learning to condense intention, the magician creates entire worlds, self-contained realities that mirror his will. These dream worlds are not idle fantasies. They act as laboratories of sorceries, where reality can be modeled, new forms assumed, new futures created. The adept begins to notice that his vision manifests, that obstacles dissolve, that his life bends towards a shape that he has forged in his hidden workshop of his temple. NOCTULIUS stands in the heart of this current. NOCTULIUS is not merely a nocturnal deity, but a master of the dreams. To work with him in DRAUMRUNA is to receive vision that surpass the boundaries of time, to converge with beings who exist only in shadows, and learn directly from the god of night, who does not teach through word, but through ordeals. His gifts is not comfort, but awakening, forces the adept to recognize that the dream is the root of reality, that to master it is to master life. DRAUMRUNA is therefore not an escape into a fantasy, but a path of strife, as real as any ritual. It is an extension of vampirism into realm of creation itself. Those who walk it find that nothing remains untouched. Through desire and destiny, all become tools to the magician. Those who master it will cease to be dreamers of idle vision and will awaken as creators, capable of remaking existence at its core. In my new grimoire, NOCTULIUS, I will reveal a complete system of DRAUMRUNA, the magic of dream, the disciplines of lucidity. For those who dare to take this step, DRAUMRUNA is not only a sorcery, it is the birth of a new sovereign of both dream and waking life.